framework. Yes. I just ate some, like, my belly was a nice stand-up dinner. Gonna start? Hi everyone. Welcome to, what episode is this?
15?
This is 16. We did 15 last time.
Oh.
Yeah. Should we just roll? Let me turn my timer since we do have a schedule.
For 30 minutes?
Yes. And we are good to go.
I will be introducing us to the subject there. So welcome everyone to episode 16 of K&T Talk Series, where we talk about don't be attached to your results.
No, stuck on fit results, but let's talk about ourselves.
No, I like mine. No. We have to do the intro.
Intro for the, okay.
Yeah, so anyways, let me give a little example of it.
No, let's talk about us for a second, check in, then we'll start with this, right? Remember? We want to spread our message, and share our message, so we need to talk about ourselves, because maybe there's some other people that are tuning in and they don't know what they're jumping into, right?
We do it every time, it's repetitive for me.
No, it's good, because we don't know who else is joining us. Maybe somebody's curious, right? So, welcome to K&T Talk Series, episode 16. So, we started this project back in January, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're super excited, and T said yes. He jumped on board. And why are we doing this? Can you share that with everybody out there? Why we thought it's pretty cool to do it? Because we always had these conversations, we just never put it on camera, so now we do. So, why are we doing this? Because we have a mission, right?
Spread the message.
Yeah, and our mission is what? To share with everybody our stories about being fit, healthy, and create a happier version of yourself. Have happy kids, have an open conversation about being active, seeing everything from a higher vantage point, and just kind of, see what's going on, how you can fix your conflicts with the kids, how you can open up the conversation, where you can become more healthier by being more active, if you can improve your nutritional habits, your sleep, pretty much, look through that lens of, hey, let me assess and review my life. So this is what we share. We're here to motivate you. We're here to share our message. Maybe something sparks in you to start your own journey and create that conversation with your kids, be more active with your kids and not separate. And, see the different point of views. I'm talking as a fitness professional, having that certification, having my own health story behind. T is a 12-year-old kid who is very active, so he's talking everything and takes the topics through his perspective and what he thinks, and that's why we share this, and that's why we think it's pretty cool. We don't have a script for it. We kind of have a chat about the topic that will come up, and you need to understand the topics that I should touch or share with you is something that T has an understanding of. So we're not going, super knowledgeable in it. We're not here to experts, but we're here to share our story, and we think that our story may resonate with you. And if it doesn't, maybe something will eventually resonate with you to start your healthy journey, because health is really important. It's the most important thing in our life, and that's what we should treasure every day. Every day is a blessing for us to wake up and be on this Mother Earth, this planet, and this planet, is becoming more and more sick, so we need to take care of her, and we need to take care of us. And the way we can take care of us is by being healthy, because we can buy health, right? We can have a car, we can buy a house, we can buy a beach house, we can have any vacations we want, but we cannot buy health. Sometimes, even if you have those financial means, health cannot be bought. So there are some things that it's the real truth, and I think everybody values the health, because why? Because it shows your quality of life, right?
Yes,
and if your health deteriorates, then your quality of life is not there. Okay, so we're moving. Yeah, let's move to the topic, and it's stuck on fit results. What's the silver lining, and what's the healthy approach?
First, let me say what can happen due to this, because so let's say you like a result, like let's say anything. It could be anything. Like let's say like you weightlifting and you like your.
No, let's start with your story. Let's not generous what you think. Let's share your. Are you
yes,
stuck
but
on
I need to get
fit
it.
results?
No.
You're not.
No, never
Are you
was.
sure?
Oh,
Do you think for kids that's not important? But you have kids that are doing competitive level. Do you think that they are stuck on results because their coaches are kind of pushing into it? What do you think about that?
Yeah, but it depends on the person, really.
Yeah, but everybody, you need to deliver. You need to have results because you have a coaching.
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think about that? How is that?
Well, it depends.
Depends. That's right. Depends is it's a very tricky word, but a lot of people are using the word depends. Do you think you personally, through your swimming, are you stuck on results? Because you are. Like last time, this week you're sick, you went in and you did your swimming, half of the swimming competition, and the first thing that you said, hey mom, I dropped in my swimming timing second. So
Yes,
you were stuck on the results, or
No,
that was what an outcome for your
Yes.
hard work.
Yeah, but I wasn't like stuck on them, like I wasn't praising them. That's
Okay.
what you're saying. And and here's
So you don't go with the mindset in the competition,
Yes.
hey, I want to have this time.
Yes, let me set an example of what can happen if you actually don't. That's what I was trying to intro, but
Yeah, okay, but I want you to share your story and not say what you think about it, because I know you're a very smart kid, but I really want you to kind of dive deep into your experience. That's why we're doing this.
But I know how
Yes, you do.
I've seen other people
Okay.
experience it, so I know how it is.
Okay.
Of my age. So, anyways, here's what happens for anyone. So let's say it
Kids
could
of
be,
your age. Let's go with kids of your age. Let's not talk about anyone.
yeah, but the same thing is gonna happen.
Okay, good. If that's what you think, that's fine. I will respect that. Go ahead.
So anybody here in this set. So let's say you're probably did something you're really excited with whatever result or whatever thing you did.
Okay, let's say you hit this specific time on this swim competition.
Yeah, something
okay,
like
for
that.
example.
And you're really like stuck with that, like you're obsessed with that, and you're like, oh, if I did this really good, I think I can do better. And then you see that you aren't getting better when you don't realize that you've hit a plateau,
Yeah.
and you continuously overtrain yourself to
Hit the same result.
yes, and
Okay.
you start to get frustrated, and
Mhm.
it just doesn't go because it's just not good, because after you had that lust for the result or obsession, you wanted to get a better result, so you overtrain yourself overworking, and that's not good. That's never good in any sense. Even
It's
if
not only you get frustrated, what else do you get? How else do you think you get?
you start
You
to
get to the point that you quit.
depressed.
Yeah, you're depressed.
Yes.
And the last straw is you quit.
Mhm.
You just decide, hey, this is not for me. I'm just taking a break. And taking a break means, you're quitting completely from
Yes.
doing it. Okay.
That's what happens.
Like in kids' words, they always say, "Oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like it." Like a couple of years ago, you did swimming. This is raining. Remember you did guitar? It's swimming. Yeah. You did guitar and everything else, and you stopped from doing that because you said you don't like it anymore. From that reason, it is the rain. Yes, it is. It's coming. Great.
Really common.
Welcome to real
Yeah, it's
life talk series, which he's trying to get distracted because he doesn't want to talk about subject.
No.
Kids diversion.
Continue.
Continue. From your thing, so I like what you touched when you say like don't be fixated on the results,
Yes.
yeah. And a lot of people are, and it's not that it's not healthy to be stuck on the results. It's really good to have goal and think about outcomes,
Well, then
but
again-
not to be stuck on a specific result. And we can give you several examples. And the most obvious right now is weight loss, right? Be stuck like, hey, I want to lose 20 pounds in 3 months. Being stuck on that number. So we're talking about that limiting your goals, your outcomes, because you're stuck only on that specific measurement instead of, hey, I want to reach that, but let me see what I can do in 3 months, and just, be focused on that, but not be stuck on it, because when you stuck on it, you started from, again, you limiting yourself and you're restricting, so you're going to the negative path instead of being positive and have a positive attitude towards your goals and outcomes. Yes.
What's your result example of man? You think that was an example of this?
Like what?
When I played guitar, well, that was because I just. That wasn't because I was depressed of it. I just then I just didn't have.
You lost the interest.
Yes.
So sometimes that's what happens. People
That's-
get stuck on the results, and this is we're talking about
Yeah, but-
specifically active or sports activity. That
But
was just an
loss of
example.
interest is a different
It's
thing.
different. You think it's different?
Yes.
Because people, when they don't hit that, because like let's say they hit 3 months, they hit that deadline, and they see that they did not hit that specific number, they just start punishing themselves more. They get depressed, they get upset. They're like, what did I do? Is it not me? And they start to blame somebody. You know, it's the coach, it's the program, is it me? Instead of possibly they were so fixated on that end result that they possibly missed something in the process of actually doing the work.
Yeah.
So what is, remember, and it's funny to say it, we all are captivated by movies, right? Movies. We all possibly read books or read books. Hopefully you are at school, hopefully. We like what we like. We like the hero journeys, right? We like to see a hero.
It's called the hero's journey.
The hero's journey. Let me clarify that. We like to read those stories, those adventures that are going on, things are happening, everything is in action. We're not fixated on that the end. We really enjoy the journey. So this is where you actually want to make a change in your life, right? You want to make a change in your life, and change is uncomfortable, as I mentioned before. You're not fixating on that the end. You actually enjoy the journey, but the way you enjoy the journey because you enjoy it. You see where I'm going with this? Because you're creating that positive attitude towards it. So you're embracing whatever that program, whatever that fitness routine, whatever, let's say, nutrition meal plan that you're going, diet, whatever you want to call it, the change that you make towards your health. You know, you are embracing, let's say, going and doing fitness classes 3 times a week. You're just staying into that. For 3 months, just do that, of course. Again, what happens is we hit the month, maybe we don't see those results happening because we all want gratification. We all want quick validation because we live in the society of that. So results are very important. Results are there. We just don't want to get stuck on that small perception that we have about results and saying, hey, what else can I come up with there? And when you free yourself of that labeling, hey, this is where I need to get. That's the Z destination. I want to get there. And the results that say R destination. I want to get there. I want to see that R happening in my life. We're putting so much pressure on us, not only like physically because we overtrain, we go in and we just do. Tristan said, but talk about overtraining. We go in and I'll try the fitness classes, I'll do this program and I'll do this. Then what we do, we put more pressure on our nutrition. So we go in, we restrict everything, cut all the calories, slice everything, even if we have a nutrition plan, even if our coach gives us guidelines what to eat or what can you add in your nutrition to cut calories, basic, that's what you want to do. It gives you all that, you still are going, it's like, no, I know better because I know it, and I'm just going cutting, slicing because I want to restrict myself, because I want to punish myself, because I want for 3 months to suffer. So you see where, again, we're switching from that embracing the hero's journey and just carefree and going courageous and then just making the work and fighting and being brave and doing the work to actually, hey, I am the victim, but I am the prisoner and I'm trying to survive. So you go in that survival mode instead of choosing the path of thriving. Hey, this is what I need to do in order to get to that R result, but I'm not stuck on the R. So I hope you see the difference. I hope you understand the silver lining. This is where the healthy approach comes in. Like for myself, and I'll make sure I'm good on time. For myself is, 4 years ago, I didn't know if I'll be here. I didn't know. And for me, the R and be stuck on fit results was different each month. So the end goal was not like, hey, I want to lose weight. And I had some weight to lose after the surgeries because I was eating a specific way. But then I started gradually. Again, it's all baby steps. You get to those results. But like I said, a lot of people are just stuck on specific things. Hey, I want to have a flat belly, that's 6 abs in 60 days. And they're just stuck on that image. They just create this visual in their head. I saw that picture of that lady or that guy, and I want to get that. So they stuck on that image. They don't know they're not processing and accepting the work time that it takes. They're not processing and accepting the actual tools that they need to use for that programming, what else they need to put in, but they're stuck on the visual. So this is where this connection comes in, because we're stuck on the visual, but then we get disappointed when we get to that specific deadline, and not getting that visual matched with our perception of ourselves. So that's the crazy part, and this is where the silver lining comes in. Creating the healthier approach. Yes, you have the results, but you can do so much more. You can actually pass those results and do better. And besides small things that you have that is in your mind, is so many other things that you gain if you actually invest in your health. You become more, you after every workout, and you can have so much research out there, after every workout, you release a lot of dopamine, and you get the feel good moment, right? You feel good. So you have that status quo, you feel good. So that is great. That's one thing that you do. It releases stress. It reduces your anxiety. If you do strength training, and I talked about last time, you increase your metabolism, so you actually burn more calories. So in that regards, you're already losing weight, right? You're already shading that fat. So this is, I've seen a lot of people stuck on fit results and specific visual. And it's so much more to it than just being stuck on a specific visual. If that's what motivates you to have that visual and to continue the work, that's great. I'm just talking more from the perspective of going that path of that punishment, that negative side of, hey, I'm restricting myself. I'm in this survival mode because I want to accomplish this. And we all have goals. We all are striving to that concept, but life sometimes has its own story. And there are a lot of obstacles and things happen. Like Tristan, he was sick, right? You're very sick, you had fever and all that. And you decided on Saturday to go and actually compete, right? How was that? Share that. Because you said, hey, I'm going to do it. So how was that to you?
Well, the start was the worst.
It was the worst?
Yeah.
Why did you decide to go and do it? You felt good and you said, like, let me go and try it?
I was like 98, I think. I dropped pretty much. So I just went and did it.
Okay.
The most annoying thing was during the whole time there was in the middle of my neck here, there was like burning there for some reason. I don't know why, and it just I didn't have trouble, but it was just burning.
Oh, burning?
Yeah.
Yes, the fever and everything else. So yeah, he decided to be brave enough and overcome his physical impairment and go and compete. I had not forced him. He was just trying to be at his limits.
I just did.
He learned his lesson because afterwards he took another 48 hours to recover without doing any activity.
It probably helped me, to be honest, because those chlorines. So.
Possibly in the cold water because it's not that warm. So anyway, sometimes we have those. We have health. We have a common cold, or we have stomach ache, or things like that. We have those. It's how we cope with those. And that's what I'm saying. If you go for that survival mode, it's easy for you to quit. And a lot of people just quit because they realize it's too much work and they will never obtain those fit results. Because what they do, they put so much pressure on themselves because the fit results that they create and write down, and of course you want to write those down, is very realistic. And that's where it comes from. Instead of starting from baby steps, hey, let's say I'm doing squat challenge this month, right? Hey, I want to squat 90 degrees for 20 reps. That is an easier result to achieve, and if you do that for 2 weeks, you're already creating a new habit. You increase your range of motion because you already hit that 90 degrees on your squat. So those are the results that I want you to focus if you really want to create a habit, add fitness, add active lifestyle in your life, change your entire life by making that change and just focusing on those small increments of results. That will ultimately get you to that goal instead of starting, hey, I just want to lose this 20 pounds, I want to do whatever it takes. And yes, you can, but you're putting your body through so much stress. We saw all those survival stories, all the weight loss TV shows, reality shows. you put yourself with so much stress. Your body sometimes cannot sustain that. Age is a factor, gender is a factor, health history is a factor. So you don't need to discount those things, because when you're putting yourself through that stressful program of 30, 60, 90 days, whatever you decide is you need to be mindful, because sometimes you can harm more of your body. And I had to listen to my body, because I had excruciating pain if I pushed myself too much and I was not ready for it. So for me, my body was a vector of, hey, am I progressing and am I hitting my fit results or not? So that's where I was, and my fit results were always baby steps, and I never had something, a specific goal. I'm shocked because I changed recently my nutrition. I went completely plant-based, and I see different results. I see different results, and that's something that I made that decision, and I completely just modified my nutrition, and it works for me. Tristan doesn't like it, but that works for me. That was my personal decision that I wanted to make, because at the end of the day, that's what works for me, and possibly will maintain my healthy state, and possibly will decrease my chance of having cancer again, because I'm still a BRCA1 carrier. It's a genetical error, and sometimes those factors can invade, can cause all this. So yeah, Baker decided to play, right? He just wants to play with him. You want to spray him? Why would you spray him? He just wants to play. Anyway, that's where the silver lining is. Stuck on fit results, just assess yourself. Just sit down and think like, hey, am I stuck on the number? Am I stuck on the visual? Maybe it's unrealistic. Maybe that visual that you stuck on was 20 years ago, and that's not you anymore, because you change. We change as we age. We change as we grow. Because we grow, we constantly grow, and that's what we don't realize, because we're stuck on a projection that, like, let's say the best I had 20 years ago, best form I had when I was 25, 30. I feel the best form that I have is now, because now I'm more focused, now I'm more emotionally balanced, and now I know what I need to do and how I need to keep motivating myself, adjusting those fit results to have a healthy approach with it, because I don't want this to be a burden. I don't go from a burden, a must, a restriction, attitude and perception. I'm going, hey, this enhances my life. This is what makes me happy. This is when I come. And every month I have different results. So my body and your body is changing every 30 days. Your skin is regenerated every 7 days. Your organs are regenerating if I recall, 2 to 3 years. Your body completely regenerates every 7 years. So there are a lot of things that are happening biologically in your body that is changing. So for you just to be stuck on specific fit result, it's not realistic, and possibly it's not healthy. And that's my approach. That's how I see it. And I hope this helped you, finding that silver lining. So that's what we're talking about. And sometimes it's good to have accountability. You have a fitness professional, or you have, your friends, your partner, your husband, your parents, somebody who tells you, hey, you look great, or hey, you're a little bit pale, are you okay? So, just check in, just listen to those things, because, sometimes people outside, they just really care for us. And if they ask you those questions, they just want to see how you are. They give you a compliment, hey, you look great, your skin is glowing, oh my God, you became so toned. Just say yes. That means what you're doing is working. Maybe what you don't see in the mirror on the scale is there, but it's working because you have that feedback from somebody who did not see it for a week or two. So just keep, those are the small wins. Those are better than your fit results, right? And those are the things, what do you focus on when you really want to excel, or what keeps you driving to go to swimming or basketball? What is your drive to it? Are you stuck on specific, or you just really enjoy the activity?
Looks I don't really care about.
Okay.
That's excessive, in my opinion. What really matters is the performance.
Performance, right?
Let's say if a car looks bad, if it runs good, it's fast, it kind of adds up.
That's a great point, because athletes, they're not focused on, physical, on the aesthetical aspect or how you look, they're focusing on performance, and that's what you need to focus. You need to focus on performance. Hey, did I do better this week than I did last week? Right? Okay.
Like, let's say for me, look at you're fat on me.
Yeah, we're not talking about that, but I don't know why you go there.
I mean, it isn't. I mean, I'm trying to say that it's not, you don't need to be like completely toned to be an athlete.
Yeah. You don't, because everybody has a different metabolism. Everybody has a different body composition of body DNA. So their body structure may be different from mine. So what I'm doing and what you do may have different results.
Sure.
It may shape but will look different. Visually will be different because we are structured differently.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people understand, because it really depends, how you are biologically gifted.
Because some people could just be really toned by just doing light work.
Yes.
And some people it takes years just to get half the results.
And that's why they look for that outside result, like that visual.
Yes.
And they're like, and that's instead of like, hey,
because
how
I
can
don't
I
take
do?
it to know that how their body, if their body can do that type of stuff in the same amount of time as whatever.
So you saw me for the last 4 years. What do you think? Because for the last 4 years, I changed so much physically from doing different things. Like what have you seen? Like you saw me in the ups and downs. I had my setbacks and I decided not to do. And you saw me always like, what did you see? Do you have anything that you want to share?
Well, performance-wise, yes, there's drastic improvements.
Okay.
As you could barely walk to you being full-blown,
Okay. So performance increased.
Yes, performance a drastic increase.
Okay. Do you think that my mood, the way I'm behaving, the way that I'm like, dealing with stress.
Yes. Noticeable.
So you
difference.
you have some improvements and positive effects in every aspect of your life.
Yes.
Do you think that your swimming or your basketball help you in any way with school, or how you get organized, or how you go by day, how you deal with stress? Do you think that in any way helps you or it helped you?
Well, then there's one thing that it does help me with.
Okay.
It does, for swimming, it's pretty much a full body workout in the water.
Okay.
So that's beneficial. It's kind of the reason I started it, because it'll benefit me if I want to go in any sport, that'll benefit me there.
Okay. But do you think, do you see immediate, sometimes you're tired after all day of school or anything else. If you go in the water and you do that workout for an hour and a half, do you feel any way, do you see that, there are days, like you said, for 5 days you pretty much didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure you feel and that's another thing when we start on fit results, the days that, we have those setbacks, we're sick, we have any kind of health issue, or somebody else in our family is sick, or we just don't have time because we get overwhelmed with work and other things, is we start punishing ourselves, and we starting again having that negative talk with ourselves, saying, hey, I'm not good enough, I didn't do this, I'm punishing myself, oh my God, I didn't do this, because I didn't do it for 5 days, look at me, I'm all flabby. And this is something that I've been hearing all day. I've been hearing from a lot of my clients and good fitness people, just kind of hearing that narrative, and it bothers me so much because I really want to change that. So my goal, my warm-hearted goal is to change that narrative, because it's so sad to see people just getting stuck in that cycle of, just negative self-talk, instead of hey, being grateful that they're here today and they had just a small setback. It's fine, we all do, we're human. We're changing, we're constantly changing, and how we can overcome and get back into it and do it, and still stay focused on the fit results. That is what the silver lining is, and that's the approach that I want to take, right? Right? So, stuck on the fit results, depends. Silver lining is it, do you have a healthier approach, or do you have an unhealthy approach towards your active lifestyle? So that's where you need to sit back and think about it. Hey, do I have a healthier approach? Is this really helping me, or is putting more stress on me? It should feel good first. You should move better, you should feel better. You have those things that there's so much advertised out there, but that's true. That's the ultimate effect. Those are the exact effects that you get from actually starting a fitness routine, You get accountability, you get more clear, but then you start embracing it. Then everything kind of goes in motion slowly. It becomes part of your life. It's not just it's something that you need to do because of that fit result that you put in your mind and created that visual, right?
Yeah, I think we should wrap this up.
We almost, yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, we start with the next.
So what do you think about healthier approach and unhealthy approach? What do you think? Is that silver lining to see your fit results? Do you think that's fair?
Yes, anyways, back to our wrapping up here. So, anyways, we talked about the subject that we were talking about here was, of course, don't get stuck on results and some ways that you can get away from that.
You can overcome and get your fit results by having a healthy approach.
Wrapping up of the episode here. So, anyways, it can really benefit you if you get around this. Find you can really consider it a long cut.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
But the long cut in the long run will definitely benefit you. It's kind of like a long-term investment. In the long run, it can have a drastic increase in that shortcut. Because that shortcut is just going to be like there for like a few days and it's gone.
So the value you have in something that you purchase that it has a higher value will keep you longer. And if it's a diminished value, will only keep you for a short amount of time. So again, there's so many analogies that we can make.
Yes.
And it's really till we actually are ready, we actually filter through our mind and heart that we really are ready to make that change. Nothing will happen. You will just go in and sweat for 30 minutes, but that's our decision.
Alright everyone, I hope you'll enjoy.
Hopefully you stuck on your fit results in a healthier approach, and always check in that silver lining.
Yep, hopefully y'all enjoyed today's episode, and I'll check back with you guys tomorrow on Wednesday.
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Episode 16, if you want to watch all our other episodes, they're on YouTube. We did a little bit of rebranding. What's our YouTube channel? Be Fit and Healthy by Katya. Tristan likes BFH at the end, but it's there. It has our picture there. We did it.
Why didn't you just go BFH?
I have, if you want to check the new project that I started, let me finish this up for 2 minutes. Coach Wisdom, episode 3 is coming up on Friday. My trials and errors, my story, some learned lessons that possibly will help you. Yes, because it's dear to my heart and it's my story, so it's very personal and very intimate. So hopefully you tune in into that. Otherwise, Tristan's been out sick, so I don't know if you'll be doing the training. Possibly next week will be something fun that we will jump into it. Thanks so much for joining. Y'all have a good evening. Happy Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yep.
And you're amazed, so get into your healthy, happy, fit, best version. Have a good night.
Goodbye.